Hey everyone, today we're checking out something new from SVBONY. It's the SVBONY 226 filter drawer. They just sent it over. It's their latest filter drawer, and it arrived just in time for their fall deals event, which is happening right now. This video, I'll give you my first impressions, and I'll show you how it fits into the Astro AF ecosystem, and I'll walk through the design and usability of this filter drawer. So make sure and stick around to the end. I've got links that are going to be down in the description and a discount code for you so you can take advantage of this fall sales event. My name is Doug, and this is Astro AF. All right, so let's take a look at what comes in the box here. It's just a simple box, but one thing that I'm excited about, and you can laugh at me if you want, but this container that the filter drawer comes in, I am so excited about. Containers like this are so useful for storage to try and keep dust off of things and stuff, and so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, so let's take a look. It's a nice little plastic box and just some simple packaging. And in here we have, this is an Allen key, and this is just for adjusting the tension on the drawers. And we have the extra drawer. This comes with two, so you can fit two filters, so you can swap out, and that's really, really handy. And then it comes with the filter drawer holder itself. All right, so let's have a look at what is in the box. We get an Allen key here, which is maybe like a 1.5 millimeter. I'm actually not sure, I'm guessing on that. That's gonna be for adjusting tension on the drawer. And then you get two filter drawers themselves, and they've got nice magnetic catches, and they've got a little handle. And this is actually kind of nice because you can take this off. And the reason I think that's nice is that while I have this in my Hyper AF configuration on the SCT, I can get rid of that so that it's not sticking out into the light path, and then put it back in when I want to switch filters. And that just screws in snugly. Now on the drawer itself, it has a nice adapter. It's an M54 to M48 adapter. And it's got a nice knurled edge here. This is actually quite nice. And the threads and machining are really great. So everything you'd expect. Inside here, we have the little Allen screw that we would use for adjusting tension on these if we need to. So you can use this adapter or not. And then on the other side, this would be the camera side, we've got the M54 male threads. All right, let's get a few dimensions off of this. So for thickness, from one side of the body to the other, we're at about 22.4 millimeters there with this adapter. If we took that off, say you weren't using that, then you'd be looking at just a hair over 20 millimeters. I'm sure they call this 20 millimeters. The total body diameter is just about 69 and a little over 69 and a half, right in that neighborhood. So as far as for backspacing, this is going to put you right where you need to be, to get your standard backspacing. Anywhere between, 21, 22 millimeters is going to work for basically any standard backspacing, for your filter drawer, I would be replacing like my filter wheel with this in certain situations, and that'll just be an exact swap in and not worry about backspacing. So these dimensions are right on target, and it's compact and it's built like a tank. This thing feels great, and the machining. I also noticed that there's a knurling here on the back side of the filter drawer, which is really nice because if you're trying to hold on to that, these are, if you don't want to drop these, and holding on to them by this little handle while it works good, it's a lot safer to hang on to the filter drawer by this outside edge if you can, when you're carrying it around and moving it from place to place. So everything feels like it's built really well, and it feels like a nice high-end, imaging component. I think we should fit it with some filters and see how that works. So you'll just drop a filter in there. Again, these are 2-inch. And those will just screw in, standard, and tighten up. And then this will only go in one way, so your filter's always the right direction, and that felt great. So it's in there really snug. I'm gonna have to really kind of pull on it to get it out of there. So that, you won't have to worry about this falling out. Honestly, I really have to give it a good tug to get the filter out. So that feels perfect. And in fact, it feels better than the filter drawer that I have been using. It just feels more secure. I really like that. And, I want to have to intentionally pull that out. And those magnets really hold it well. So I really like that. All right, so real quick, I'd like to show you my setup and how I install this filter drawer. And this is my first telescope. It's a SVBONY SV503 70 ED. 70 millimeter is a great size scope for wide field. I've done so much bright, large nebula work with this, and I do love it. It's great for real large mosaic, real large nebula mosaics, and it's just been a fantastic scope. I have ran this so much, and it lived outside 24/7, 365 for over a year, and it's still in perfect, excellent condition. It's a great telescope. On the back end here, I have it fitted with a rotator and a field flattener and an OAG. So we'll go ahead and just install the filter drawer on here, and that will just screw onto the end, just like so. And then we can slide a filter in. Just like that. And boy, I tell you, I really do like how firmly held in place that is. That's going to keep it tight, keep it safe from falling out. It's going to prevent light leaks. Yeah, that's really excellent. And then from there, you can just attach your camera to the back side, and that should give you your backspacing that you'll need, so whatever your camera is, plus the backspacing to the sensor from this point, and you should be able to get your 55 millimeters in this case. I think the threading on this, on attaching here to the OAG, was just like super smooth, and the drawer and fitment on that, and the how it's held firmly by the magnets, and how tight it is in that opening. I think these are all excellent build quality notes, with regards to what's important in a filter drawer. So yeah, those magnetic connections are impressive, much stronger than other filter drawers that I've used. And it's also, it's not hard to pull off, but you have to mean to do it. And if you do a little bit of an angle like that first, it's a little easier. The same thing going back in. That's something that I like to pay attention to. The drawer is not too tight, so there's no play in it though, so you don't risk any misalignment. But it's tight enough where it's so secure and light tight. So that's the most important part of the filter drawer. So this one hits a perfect balance. So my first impressions, honestly, I'm impressed. The tolerances are tight, and there's zero lateral play, and the magnets, they pull tight every time. The finish matches SVBONY's other gear. It fits right in. There's no obnoxious branding. It's nice and very attractive, and it's just clean and functional hardware. The finishes on here and the knurling are super nice, and so I really am impressed. And as I said, it's just a very clean and very functional, and there's nothing here that's been added that isn't needed. So SVBONY's really been stepping up their accessory game, and this feels like a continuation of that direction to me. It's solid, dependable, and this is very affordable. If you've followed my channel for a while, you already know. I run SVBONY SHO filters, and I've used a ton of their accessories and builds over the years. So when they asked me if I wanted to check out the new drawer, it just made sense. It's a natural fit with the rest of my gear. So SVBONY's fall deals are live right now, and I've got a special discount code just for you, my viewers. Links to both US and UK viewers are down in the description. So you can get 5% off of this, and details will be down in the description along with the links. So this first look at the SVBONY filter drawer, that's the SV226, has me pretty excited. I mean, the build quality is excellent. The knurling and the fit and finish, it's excellent. And the machining is just tight tolerances. And the feel of this drawer and how it snaps into place, and it's firmly secure. There's everything that you need to have in a filter drawer right here. So, with that said, this is probably going to stay in my setup, and for a long time. I think I really like this one a lot more than the other filter drawer that I've been using for a long time. So I'm going to get into a review on this, and I'll be back on Sunday with a follow-up after I get a chance to use it. So check back on Sunday, and if you're not subscribed, go do that. Hit that bell so you get a notification, so you reminder about Sunday's video. And if you like this channel and you would like to support Astro AF, you can become a member, and I've got a Discord server that you can join for free and have discussion over there about anything astrophotography, gear, things like that. So anyway, my name is Doug. This is Astro AF. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I appreciate you.